Hey, what's good, my folks? What's good with y'all? If it's your first time to my channel, like, you know me, like, we family. If you just tuning in, the thing about it is, check this out. Like, I'm not really a big conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I just felt like, I feel like it's always a lot goes on to every situation, especially certain situations. So I'm gonna just give everything I know as far as the Kobe situation. And hopefully within the next few days, between looking at the news and finding out actual reports and then find out for more, other theorists, because I like other YouTubers who like some people really be on point with a lot of information, even though their whole point may not be right. They be on point with a lot of small information, a lot of little details that you can take and use and be like, oh yeah, no, that's true. So, and you can look it up to make sure. So it's like this. So I'm gonna make another video in a few days, and then I'll be able to explain more on what I learned. But so far it's like this, okay? The flight, Orange County picked up Kobe and them, and went from Orange County, then went up to Burbank. When it was at the Burbank airport, it circled around for 15 minutes. After those 15 minutes, it went and followed the route of the 101 freeway. Then it went south, and it was coming right towards where it was at, was it Thousand Oaks, like, because I'm pretty sure it was only like 5-10 minutes max. I don't even think it was that long, but I'm just saying, I'm not accurate because I haven't found that out yet, but I'm pretty sure it was only like 5-10 minutes, because you can look at the distance. Like, you'll see the pictures. I'm gonna have the pictures up here. Like, in between me talking, I know I'm gonna cut a lot of pictures and stuff, so I don't really care. But so it was like it crashed maybe like 10 minutes from the site. Now, everything about it, like, okay, as far as like the whole Illuminati type of thing, the one video brought up that if you take Kobe's age and his first number and you subtract it, you get 33. Another lady broke down, like, I'm about to put the picture up now because I don't know it accurately, so y'all can see the picture. And it's talk about the number 13 and 33 and all that crap. So I don't know, and I don't really feel like searching it again because I just feel like going on with this video so I can get it done. So y'all could just make y'all connections between that, because I don't really know it like this, so I'm not gonna speak on what I don't know. But it is really interesting, you know what I mean? It is some truth there. So, and I'm pretty sure people in comments let me know, so therefore in my second video I'll be able to be more accurate and articulate about about that part. But the pilot, on board was Kobe, the pilot, Kobe, his daughter, and a whole bunch of other teammates and assistant coaches and stuff like that. The pilot, everybody said it, so for everything I read, he was a good pilot. I don't know if he has a bad background. I'll find it out and soon enough if he did. I just read he was a really good pilot and all that crap. And then he had to wear glasses. You'll see in this document I put up here, it said he needed glasses. So, for certain things. So, he needed glasses. So, that's important too. Because the thing about it was, they said that, like, he was driving, he wasn't at a high enough altitude to where they could, like, let him know everything from the tower. He was driving at a low enough, he was driving so low that he had to use everything through his vision. So, that's why that's important. And I heard he really loved Kobe. He was really a big Kobe fan. I got a clip of him where he was on celebrity house swap, wife swap or husband swap, whatever the heck it is. But he was the pilot that was working with the celebrity pilot, the celebrity dude that was driving the plane. The little chopper. He was working with him. So I don't know. As far as that's all I really know about him, but it's like they tried to land at Burbank Airport. They made him wait 15 minutes, and then they was waiting some more. And then the thing is, like, a couple people said they don't care if it was Kobe or anybody, like, they make you wait. It's just that busy in LA. So they made him wait at the airport. And so then they eventually told him to take the route of the 101 freeway. Now, as he was taking the route of the 101 freeway, he was good. He was doing good because he was going, following the 101, and they said everything was good. And then when they told him to go south, and when he went south is when he ran right into the hill. And the thing about it is, the hill was at 1,700 feet elevation, He was at 2,000, I believe, but he still hit the hill. And the last thing from the speaker tower was they told him he had to get up higher. He had to get more elevation. He had to get higher. And the thing about it is the y'all can see. I'm probably gonna put the link into the interview with this guy. He knows a lot. Like, he's very detailed, and it's kind of weird. It's like, does he live there? But he kind of makes it like he don't live there, but he does live there. Which y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It seems like he lived there, but it seems like he doesn't live there, which is kind of confusing. But he's really knowledgeable. Like, I don't know if that's like, you know, Illuminati, like he's a little too knowledgeable, or if it's just like, okay, he just kind of knew what the heck he was talking about, because the other dude didn't. The other dude, it's not that he didn't, he just didn't know as in detail as this dude did. So it's interesting because the dude, now, the reason why I cut straight to this dude is because the dude said it. He said, yeah, because, you know, if you know anything about this area, if you go over there, you know, the hills are real tricky. You know what I'm saying? So if you go over, I think he said east or whatever, or you go east, you go over there, go east, you know, the hills are real tricky. You know what I mean? And then he said, when the chopper was over top of me, he said, I heard it over top of me. And he said that the rotor, he said it wasn't like no melee on the ground. And he said, usually when chopper's over you, the rotary usually has melee on the ground because of all the pressure. So he said it's kind of odd to him that it wasn't no, like, you know, pressure. And then he said when he seen the plane head in that direction, he said he knew it was bad. He said he knew it was going to be bad. And then he said all the noise stopped. He said the rotor stopped. He said usually like the secondary rotor starts again. But like he said when he heard the rotary just completely stop, he knew it was bad. And then it just went out. So, and then I read up about previous accidents with this specific plane. It's been another accident to where it was a malfunction with the engine box. It was another one where it was because they took off and a malfunction within 35 seconds of them taking off, and they fell at sea. And it was another one that malfunctioned, and the other one that malfunctioned, it was made by this company, but they didn't want to release the details of it because the company built it, so they didn't want to release the details of it. But I believe it said in the later findings that it was some electrical problem. But it was another one, because I was looking for one that was most recent towards what relates towards Kobe, and the very last one related towards Kobe because it was in the fog, and it was because of the driver, of the pilot. Another interesting thing about this whole pilot situation is his chopper requires 2 pilots, but one pilot can fly it, but it requires 2 pilots. And it was just that one pilot, which is weird. And he needed glasses, which is even weirder. And like, they were, it's just kind of difficult because it's like this. Now I'm more talking about my opinion, so we can always clarify everything. So it's just kind of difficult because it's like, if you think about it, the pilot, he's drove in a long time. He's flew a long time. He loved Kobe. He needed to wear glasses, but it was really, the fog was really bad. And like the dude said, he said the one guy, the one guy who was getting interviewed, he said that he knew a local that lived over there for 10 years. He said this is the worst that he's ever seen, and the lowest that he's ever seen the clouds, and the thickest he's ever seen the fog in this area. So that's kind of awkward for today to be like the worst of worst days. And another dude that lived in that town says that because of the way the mountains is over there, that it does get a lot of clouds and stuff like that. So the guy, he's taking Kobe, but I don't know how familiar he is. That's what I want to find out next. I want somebody, hopefully one of y'all can let me know how familiar he is with this area and what he was in the area that he was flying, you know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to drive Kobe. It's Kobe. You're not going to like it's Kobe. So he wanted to drive this area. He was driving this area, and he was driving low. And that's what the guy said. The guy that was interviewed again said, he said he was really low. He said it was kind of shocking me how low he was. But he said I couldn't see him. He was about 100 feet up into the clouds, but he still was low. This guy was really knowledgeable. That's another thing to where, you know, conspirators, whatever, you could really pull from that, because like this dude was mad knowledgeable on just how it works and everything and the whole system and the whole get down. And it's weird because he said it was low, and he said I knew when it went east it was trouble, because he said those mountains are tricky over there. And he said what he believes happened is the rotor is the top, because I had to look this shit up, I ain't gonna lie to you. he said the rotor crash. He said he believed the rotor hit the mountain first because he said instantly it stopped. He said usually the secondary rotor kicks up or something like that. And the thing about it is I read somewhere else, and I'm gonna try to put it up here too, that Kobe, I mean it's Kobe, so we all would know that it's a $13 million jet, and we would just assume it was bought a long time, I think in 71, and they remodeled it or whatever in 2000. And it's like, we would expect for Kobe to have to top everything on his jet, you feel me? We wouldn't expect him to spare no expense, considering they said he took that shit. I mean, they say he took it frequently, you feel me? So it's like, it's just interesting that, like, the dude needed glasses. The trip that he was taking, because it was so foggy and so thick, that number one, you needed to know the area, and number two, you have to use your vision, which just both of those kind of like just shocked me. It's like, what the hell? And it's like, bro, I hope, it seems like you might have been too boastful. Like, I mean, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because Kobe, I don't know what it was. It was just the fact of, and it's irritating the fact that he tried to land at Burbank Airport, but he wasn't cleared to land. So therefore they told him to head up and go take the route of the freeway, and it worked. But within a few minutes, because the dude said it sounded like it was around 9:43. Between 9:40 and 9:45 is when the crash happened, I think at 9:45. So it was like at 9, so it's weird. He said he heard the helicopter. So it seems like all the timing, yeah, it messed up. So I just switched phones. But yeah, so I'm just that's pretty much it. So it's just like, that's what I personally think. I mean, I think that Kobe was, another thing is, okay, Kobe invested in a business with this guy, with this business dude. Sorry, with this business dude. And I'm gonna put it up there for people who talk about facts and all that. But he went into business with this business dude, and they, I don't know, they worked with, one of the most popular people that they worked with was Fortnite. And so it's just like, when he got into business, he was just as dominant and just as good as he was in basketball. And the dude said that, man, Kobe used to call me all the time to try to ask certain things, like things that a genius would do. He wanted to find out in this specific chapter, in this specific page, why was you thinking like that? What was going on? Like, he wants to know that, you want to know everything that leads up to that, because you can understand it in a full circle. You know what I mean? So he's really curious. Like, he really wanted to know. And then he started Kobe Inc., which is Kobe Inc. And you got to think 2 years after he won an Oscar, after being in the NBA. And it's because, if you really think about it, he was so good with getting the information, and he wanted to be so in detail, and it was just so really knowledgeable that it makes sense. And then like, even when they talk about his shoe, how he just made he tried to make the most perfect basketball shoe for an athlete. And it's good, because even after he went through certain athletes, it just changed how he formed the shoe, like his Achilles or whatever. But it's just like, he was about to invest in a whole lot of small companies. And so it looks like, I don't know, like, with the whole conspiracy type stuff, it's like, I don't know, like, they're gonna have to come, if it's more facts and more things that lead together, then they'll come together, and I'm gonna come back with a part 2. But as of now, it just seems like, man, it's ugly. It's like, man, I don't know, between Burbank not letting them land not letting them land the chopper, and between the pilot not just thugging it out and just waiting until he can land and tell Kobe, nah, we can't. The weather's too bad. Because another thing about it is the police choppers. Like, it won't even know police choppers riding around. Now, if you know LA, you know California. What? If the police ain't riding around, it gotta be. These sheriffs don't never stop riding around in the air. They are always in the air. If they're not in the air, then yeah, nobody needs to be in the air. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that is like, come on. So it's a lot of little crazy stuff to where it's like, you could put little conspiracies together, but it's just like, man, it's ugly that it happened. Hate that it happened. I'm gonna come back with another video if I get enough information to feel like I need to come back with another video. But other than that, it's just an ugly situation. It's been hard for LA and people outside of LA too, because a lot of people just love Kobe. For Kobe fans, it's just been sad. A lot of people for Kobe fans, so it's like, just wish the best. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's just messed up, because I really been kind of blanked the whole day. I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been kind of off. I just felt like I needed to make this video drop as much knowledge about the situation as I knew, and then therefore we can politic, and y'all can let me know what y'all think about it, and therefore we can, you know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna happen anyway. We gotta figure out these type things anyway. We can't leave it to the people that want that people that kill us and all this other kind of crap dig me, you feel me? So you know, in my head everywhere, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, man. I love y'all. And one thing that I forgot was that one dude who made the post. I looked at his page. He's basically just a regular dude, so I don't really take much into him. And then I paid attention to the last message that Kobe sent out was to Shaq's son. He asked, "Was he good, fam?" But I think it was based upon, they said, because he thinks that he's trying to transfer from UCLA, whatever. But yeah, that's crazy though.